Hey friends, wouldn't it be a riot if it started downpouring on me while I video this because it's sprinkling? But I see pops of blue and sunshine, so I'm gonna chance it because I like it out here so much. So, the question I have for you is, you have a hard time being intentional because it's been my word, because I have a word every year that I like to kind of live my life by that year. Intentional has been my word though now, probably going 5 years or something, because I feel like it just adds so much value to anyone's life if they actually are intentional. And today, while we didn't get to go to church, we watched church online, and the message had a lot to do with intention. And it just validated everything I believe about intention and how it's so valuable. This message was about rest, and I've shared that, that message a little bit about rest, how it's important, and that it looks like it looks different for you than it does for me, but it's so important to find rest. But what I want to speak to, the word intentional, is that intentional really just is, and it does come from the message. I'm just going to apply it to other things than rest, and I think that if you apply it to rest and everything else, it will really help you, because I really felt challenged by it myself, and I think it will help me too. And so, I mean, that's why I do this, right? We share, we dialogue, we do this because I want to encourage you what I've been encouraged by, and I want to challenge you what I've been challenged by. And so his message was about starting with intention, right? I think that if we truly are intentional, we can truly meet our goals. We can truly meet our aspirations in this life, whether it's rest, whether it's sharpening our saw, whether it's meeting with friends or family, more relational, in other words. But then he had two other words that followed that, and I thought, wow, yes. Because after you set an intention, after you become intentional toward an end goal, you should also find substance there, right? So it should be substantial. I don't, and in my, as it relates to me, I feel like you can still relate it to you, but as it relates to me, and as he spun it from stage to today, at least the day that he spun it from stage, because it was Memorial Day weekend, substantial is believing that God will do something with your intentionality. Like, you will be intentional, of course, but then you'll have the belief that God will do something substantial in that time. So as he applies it to rest, you have the intention of resting. You know it's good for you. You know your body needs it. You know that you can't survive without it. It's just a really hard thing to do. So using that as an example, we have to believe that when we're intentional about something, that God will bring something to you there. He will meet you there, and he will bring a substantial rest. He will bring substance, okay? If you find it, if you look for it. If this doesn't apply to you, I still believe you can make your intention substantial, okay? Your goals. So if your goal is to be more relational, set the intention and then create substance. Make it substantial. So in the time that you're investing with your friends, make sure you're listening well. Make sure you're breathing life into them. You're not sucking them dry. You're not a black hole, okay? That's substantial. So it's setting the intention, creating that substance, and then along with that, the other one was sustainable. Yeah, that's where I get tripped up, okay? Honestly, like, I am gung-ho. When I set a goal, I am gung-ho. I am just ready to take it on and do it. But I have these lofty goals. We've talked about this a bazillion times, I know. And I still struggle with that. So being intentional, finding substance in the intention, and then figuring out how to make it sustainable. So like biting that one bite at a time off the elephant. My friend didn't like that so much because, you know, to think about eating an elephant, I mean, the point is it's a big feat. So, I mean, how do you walk a mile? One step at a time, right? Is that better for you, Carrie? Okay. So I feel like if we are taking one step at a time, we'll be more likely to sustain the effort, right? Until it becomes a habit where we're almost an autopilot. Intentionality is key to living your best life. There's just one you. So being the best you, I think living our best life is important. We're given a small time here, and I feel like intentionality, being intentional, is so, so, so important. But to have substance in that, and to have sustainability in that, make it even that much more powerful, because you can set an intention, you can have all the desire to be intentional that you want, but if you don't figure out how to make it substantial, where it leaves a mark, where it leaves a lasting mark, the sustainability, then you're just going to have to reset over and over, and that's okay too. Don't get me wrong. I think that as long as you have the gumption to be intentional, that right there is the biggest hurdle to jump. Just wanting, having the desire to be intentional. I think there's too many people in this world that just live life, let it go by, like day after day, it's the same, and they might be happy with that. Something my husband said, and it might be challenging to some of you because, you know, that's how he speaks. He like, his love language is challenge. It's great, and it's not. But this was especially great because he'd watched my couple videos, recent videos on fear, like just getting over myself, pursuing something that I know will add value to people's lives. Yes, I have a hard time promoting myself, and it feels like I'm pushing myself on you, but if I don't have, he's like, you have something to share though. You have value to add to people's life. You should own it. You should own it. He said fear of something, you having a genuine fear means you're doing something. Yeah. So I'm not saying if you know, you don't experience fear and you know, you go through this life content with where you're at, I say awesome. That's not my personality, but I mean, to each their own. That it's one you, right? Be you. I would never challenge you to be someone you're not, because that wouldn't be authentic. That would be against my very message, right? But for me, my intention, hoping that it has substance and hoping that I can sustain it, is something important to me, and I hope you're challenged by it. I hope it's important to you. If you're longing to be your best you, I hope that it challenges you in that way. And if this is something someone else needs to hear, please tag them. Comment below. I'd love to dialogue with you, engage with you, because I'll tell you the truth, you breathe life into me. You truly do. You're a family that I'd like to have in my life. And as long as I'm imparting into you, I pray that you'll be encouraged to impart into me, because our iron sharpens iron. That's how it is. And I believe in accountability. I believe we need it. I need it. I don't like it. I'm terrible at receiving criticism, but I need it. If I want to sharpen myself, I need it, and I need you. So because there's just one you, I want you to be you. Let's be ourselves together. Link arm in arm, take this life on with intention, substance, and sustainability. If you haven't already subscribe now, and go ahead and share with your friends, and we will check you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.